चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं वन्देहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सागर ललिता श्री विशाखा हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वर सुभाष प्रणमामि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्चिकृपासन्दभ्योचिततां पावनभ्यो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौरवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 कम करोति वाचालं प्रभुं लंघायते गिरिं कृपातमहं श्री गुरुनाथ।
इसको मुझे रिवर्स करना पड़ेगा। अब इधर भी रख सकते हो रिकॉर्डिंग। नीचे
टीवी भी तो दिखाना है ना।
हरे राम
तो अभी क्लोजअप किया है, बाद में थोड़ा सा पीछे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Pen, pen, pen. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Namo Vishnupai Krishna Krishna Bhakti Bhaktivedanta Swami Kiran Namaste Saraswati Guruvani Pachar Namaste Srimad Pachar. I need your blessings. Prabhu, I need your blessings in our lives. So that as your humble servant can speak and you get.
But for presentation, how it is from the chair. Hare Krishna.
The purpose and goal of life. As I said, I need to have a qualification, now having a realization. I seek the blessings of Allah, your special and Prabhu. What is going to do? Radhasya Mataji and Vacharipu. These Ramkృష్ణ. So, the first lesson of Gita, which is very difficult to realize, is we are not the body but the spirit soul. This person, Dr. Harry Monson, Professor of Anatomy in my College of Medicine, what he did, he analyzed all the chemicals in our body and he concluded the cost of our body is only $5.
चालू है ना.
Are we worth only $5? Inflation is it is less than that now. So we are not made of chemicals, but we are a spirit soul within. Somebody give me a water bottle. Let's just want a water bottle. That's it. So if you think of this bottle, I mean, if you can think body is a bottle, and you put a pencil inside, a tiny, and put a small what is that? And put a tiny ball in that. You consider the ball as a soul, and we are a spirit soul present in the body. We are not the body. We are not the bag of chemicals. So, there's a first lesson of Gita 2.12 to 2.30. 18 verses, Krishna keeps on telling you, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. Krishna starts speaking, starts his preaching 2.11 only. But next 18 verses, Krishna is telling you, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. In the first initial message itself is very difficult to realize. What about the rest of 16 more chapters where Krishna is giving all the information? So I love this screen actually. We have three coverings. The top covering is actually gross body called a Sthula Sharir. It is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Whatever you see outside is same thing inside also. That's why if we live close to nature, we can remain healthy. Then within that, there is another layer that is called a Sukshma Sharir. It is made up of mind, intelligence, ego, false ego, Manasu, Buddhi, Hankara. Within that is what the soul is. It has three components. Satchitananda, Satchitananda. Soul has these three things. It is external, soul is knowledgeable, and soul is also blissful. I'm honest with you, in my childhood, in a classroom, there are at least two people, one or two people. Hey, what's your name? Sachitananda Shastri. Sachitananda Sharma. Because the parents wanted the child to know you're not the body, so they named the child Sachitananda Shastri. But today, because of the education, people, we forgot the fundamentals. We ask, what is your name? Tinku. I really do not know what Tinku means. So, so we have three bodies. Even soul has a body, spiritual body. Anyway, today's lesson is first thing is I love this wherever whichever presentation I use it as a preliminary slide. We are not the body that we see in the mirror, but we are a spirit soul. So if you consider the body as a car, this is the soul, and next to us is a super soul. Soul and super soul, they're sitting side by side. And we have gone through so many lifetimes. Ichha dvesha samatena dvandva mohena bharata sarabhutani samoham sargayanti paramtapa. One day we expressed a desire to enjoy independent of Krishna. When we realized it is not possible, we developed dvesha, envy. So usually, most of the people in the world. So we have come to this world means we have a flag of envy. Two things we have common, most of the people, unless you're a very liberated personality. You have a desire to enjoy independent of Krishna. Second thing, we have our heart is filled with impurities, predominantly envy. So, goal of life is not self-realization. A person who does not know the goal of life is self-realization. Goal of life is to get rid of the impurities. Then that person naturally thinks goal of life is enjoyment. Because what is the nature of the soul? Anandamayo abhyasa. The nature of the soul is to be happy. The soul is stuck in the body. So soul is trying to find happiness through, seeing things, eating things, hearing things, looking for the touch of opposite sex. But in that case, the soul is actually really not enjoying. For that reason, if we keep on enjoying materially, two things will happen. First of all, soul is spirit, and anything in this world that we try to enjoy is matter. Soul cannot keep on remaining happy by enjoying dead matter. It's a very incompatible situation. If we keep on enjoying dead matter, what happens is, in this picture, this mind becomes very powerful. When we go for material enjoyment, the mind becomes very powerful and the intelligence becomes weak. Then what happens is, eventually, the powerful mind starts demanding things from senses, which will lead to mental problems. How many of you are understanding? Because the soul is spirit, anything we enjoy in the soul is matter. Name and form is actually subtle matter. So today's presentation is how long are we going to be present in this world, in this body? Maximum 100 years. If things like this flight accident, things like flight accidents don't happen, otherwise tomorrow. I'm honest with you. Happy New Year, like all the Hollywood stars, they celebrated Happy New Year, fully drunk. Happy New Year. Not knowing in 2 weeks to come, they would be homeless, their homes would be burned off, and they have to really struggle to find another home, or at least for some time they would be homeless. They do not know. There was another party in Wichita, Kansas, all these young students, there was champions of this what is that, skating, roller skating, 20 to 23. They were also enjoying New Year, saying fully drunk, Happy New Year. But they do not know that is the last Happy New Year they were going to celebrate. And 1 month there would be no more. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not talking about them. I am talking about us. The way they do not know they have only 1 month to live, we also do not know. So the point I'm making is one has to understand the goal of life, pursue that goal of life. Because cats and dogs cannot come together on Sunday afternoon to discuss the higher things. Only very advanced human beings can do that. This presentation is a little lengthy. I have a question for all of you. Do you have a little time to hear? Or you have a tight schedule? I do not know. But it's a little lengthy presentation. But you can, if you take 2, 3, 4 points home, it will change your life. Otherwise, I can cut it short.
We have time.
We have time.
I know, for everybody here too.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then. Okay, thank you. So now my point is because it has couple of videos, they're all, that's how I've been doing it. The first video is we are so much absorbed in our day-to-day life. Our connection to this world is this body. Your connection to your office, your manager is this body. Your connection to, if you're a doctor, your connection to your patients is this body. And your connection to your family is this body. Your connection to this world is this body, gross body. And of course, you deal with that. Subtle body is used to deal with others. So what happens the moment you leave this world? I'm going to show only a small video where I'm going to show 14 galaxies. It's happening right now. What has amazed the scientists is the vastness of the universe. Millions, millions and millions of galaxies. They're all running. They're all operating in precision. Wow. If the traffic light has a problem, there will be a traffic jam. But with universe, with all the galaxies, there is no traffic jam. And I tell you, every dot you see here, it's a planet bigger than sun. And right now it's happening. Why I'm telling, the moment you leave this body, you will not come back to Washington DC. And you will not, even if somebody asked me, after this accident happened, if they take birth, can the parents recognize it? The karma, either they have done good karma or they have done bad karma, the combination of both, the face will change. Karma, daiva netrena, jantur deho papaye striyo pamishwadaram pumsore takanasraya. So because of that, even if they take birth in the next home, father can never recognize. Mother can never recognize because the face changes. This drama is only 40, 50, 60 years, that's it. That is one galaxy. Why I showed this is, one day we were all in the ether. Then what happened? We were all from ether, we came into the clouds. We came into the clouds, then one day it rained. When it rained, some of us fell in the rice field. Some of us fell in the wheat field. Some of us fell in a mango orchard. Some of us fell into the apple orchard, into the raindrops, and entered into the fruits, entered into the grains. And father ate the grain, and during the union, we were injected through the body of the father. We were injected into the womb of the mother. And another video is coming. You are injected into the womb of the mother. Sometimes you say, I'm 6'2", I'm 6'4", I'm only 5'2". Ladies and gentlemen, we are all chickpea size. We were a chickpea size. Then, in less than 10 days, we became a plum size. Then this plum got 2 hands, 2 legs. And slowly this plum started, this hand, body started developing. There's a video actually. 7th month consciousness enters. You open the eyes. And you don't remember, anything. Of course, if you're a pious soul, third kind of Bhagavatam says, you remember 100 births if you're a pious soul. See the video.
Body, the law,
Sound.
and the soul. This is called that body. What is the next body we're going to get?
Increasing. Yes, maximum. Number 8. What's number 8?
Cycle.
Infinity. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatre Singh, Yasamsare, Ahuduk, Krupayadi, Pahi Muradi, Bajigobindum, Bajigobindum, Bajigobindum Mudamate, Samprapte Sanhite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati, Rukrum Karane. So, what is the goal of life? Goal of life is to break the cycle. Srila Prabhupada came for that purpose actually. Here you're stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Every few years, again you get into the womb of the mother. It's very painful condition. Come out. The goal of life is to elevate your consciousness, purify your existence, get rid of the impurities. You can go back. If you attain the love of God, you can go back to Godhead. It is possible. Srila Prabhupada wrote a letter to the first president of India, Babu Rajendra Prasad. End of my life, and I'm going back to Godhead. I want to take people with me. When I'm writing like this, don't think I'm crazy. It is possible. Please fund my program. Third world country, no. Naturally, his letter was ignored. 17 years later, Srila Prabhupada came to America with the same mission. And America gave him money and manpower, with which Prabhupada spread Krishna consciousness. So I showed, there was a time where a single atom amoeba, then a beast, a bird, a reptile. We were going through so many species. And we evolve. Finally, we attain human life. So today's session is that. You know, when a living entity, the consciousness is covered, fully covered. Can you see plant? Plant is actually a brother. There's a soul, there's a sister, but their consciousness is so low. It's called Achadi the Chetana. The consciousness is very covered. But the plant lives there for maybe 200-300 years. Then plant evolves to the next level. It's called shrunken consciousness. What is it called? And in Sanskrit, it's called Sankuchita Chetana. What is that?
Sankuchita Chetana.
Means a dog can recognize that this is my puppy, this is my, my child. Dog knows 4 things: eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. So in the animal life, the soul evolves going through the species. And after going through the species, finally, one day, we evolve further. And when the consciousness further evolves, it's called Ulita Chetana. What is it called?
Ulita Chetana.
Like a lotus bud. It's called budding consciousness. That is a human life. The consciousness evolved. We are better than animals, better than plants. The consciousness evolved. What is it called? A Mukulita Chetana. Then, some people in that, they are somehow, because of the so many lifetimes of purification, when they've attained human life, they're naturally drawn towards spiritual life. Not every, some human being. It is called a Vikasita Chetana. In those cases, the consciousness bloomed. What's it called? It's called a Vikasita Chetana. Some people are donors, they come to temple once in a week. Some people come to temple once in Janmashtami only. Next year we'll meet again. But some people, no, I want to be serious. I think I have been going through this chain of cycle of birth and death. Let me utilize my human life to fully purify myself, to evolve myself, and attain that consciousness. Then what happens is they take the initiation from a guru and pursue the spiritual process diligently. Though they are pursuing their career, though maybe they have a domestic life, they take care of the family nicely, but they have a very active spiritual life. And those people, they perfect their human existence. It is called Purna Vikasita Chetana, fully blossomed consciousnness. Actually, I struggled a lot to put a picture here. What picture? Finally, Bhopal picture I put it. Because, a liberated personality before even coming to this world. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the goal of life. Evolve yourself fully, get yourself purified, and you don't need to do anything. As I mentioned in my book, printed by HarperCollins, life is a triangle. Everyone, can you see this?
Yes.
8 hours you work. Bhagavad Gita will not come and pay mortgage to your home. Naturally, you have to work 8 hours. So if you keep on working, your family members will be dissatisfied. So naturally, another 8 hours. You to the family. Career, relationships, means material life, social life. Today, America, people have they actively work. They have a family, they invest in relationships. Still, people are unhappy. Why? The third line is missing. What is the third line? Hey, we are a spirit soul. We are a spirit soul. So out of another 8 hours, even if you sleep 6 hours or 7 hours, well, you don't need to invest 8 hours for family anyway. So for the initiated devotees, at least 1.5 2 hours, chant 16 rounds. I tell outsiders, out of these 8 hours, you sleep 7.5 hours. Give only half an hour. When you're spending half an hour in the bathroom to clean your body, come out and spend half an hour to clean your heart. Heart is filled with creativity. You are cleaning your body every day. But our heart is important. Clean the heart. How many of you have bank account? Don't know.
Everyone.
Everyone has bank account. Hey, 50 years later, that will be there, but you won't be there. After 50 years, the bank account will be there, but you won't be there. Create a bank account that will come with you. Invest only 1-2 hours. I'm not telling 10 hours. For newcomers, 10 minutes to begin with. This is a bank account that will come with you. How many friends? Especially somebody new. If you invest on this, a day will come. Wow, it's the only good thing I did. So now this is actually taken. I have taken it from Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, nature enjoyment consciousness. Prabhupada did little research, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur little more. So both are next to each other. When we are in human life, we have 5 layers. And the Sanskrit in yoga substance, they know better than us. So everyone, Pranamaya question.
Namaya.
Pranamaya question.
Pranamaya question.
Manomaya question.
Manomaya question.
Jnana,
Jnanamaya.
Ananda.
Anandamaya question.
And the goal of it is to evolve and attain Ananda state, fully purified. You know, that is the goal. And don't think by age you will evolve. No. And this now this is very informative. Please listen carefully.
Looking so far, right? Closer.
First one is called Anamaya question. As soon as we take birth, in less than 1 day we learn our first. You know the first lesson? You get a feeling hungry. You cry. When you cry, you're only 1 day old. Either you get mother's, immediately, mother starts breastfeeding you. So first lesson baby learns, if I cry, I'll get my mother's breast. So what the baby has to do? Immediately cry. So in some cases what happens? They are backward. All child has to do. Then he becomes 4-year-old, 8-year-old. Mommy. So at a very young age, the child learns one thing. If I cry, my mother, one person is there for me, my mother. So for some people, it will become a weapon. If I cry, I get what I want. And parents also, America is a rich country. Anything our child wants, we'll give. But there is one problem in this. So the child is food conscious. Child is only food conscious. It's like basic. He just evolved from other species and he came to this life. His consciousness is very low. The parents always think, usually, what's the problem in this world? Everyone, we all think, I am this body, my child is this body. I should give him the best. I should give him nice food, nice chocolates, nice, everything nice, only food. But then we forget he is not the body but a spirit soul. Unfortunately. Some advanced families do that. So if you are pampering your child and start giving everything in terms of matter only, nice food, nice ball, that ball, this ball, ice hockey, swimming, everything whatever you want you are providing, the baby is the boy is remaining in food consciousness. But the problem is one day he has to earn things on his own. When he cries, he cannot get acidic scores, better acidic scores. Or he cannot get a good job. But that time what happens? They become depressed. And then, the moment they become 11, 12, 11th grade, 12th grade, 15, 16, they become teenagers. They're so much used to the breast milk of the mother in terms of whatever they want, they're getting it. But now they cannot get it. Then what happens? They look for the same breast milk in shortcuts. What is that? Smoking, drugs. I want what I want. You know, instant sense enjoyment. How many of you understanding? For them, life is fun. For them, life is fun. Unfortunately, if your child is like that, they are prone for depression. Because everything for them is life means food only. Everything food only. Everything fun only. Instant pleasure they want. Okay, they get a boyfriend or girlfriend. Today it is fun. Tomorrow they find another person better than this. Then they'll go there. Because their consciousness is very low. How many of you understand? Then what happens? Okay, this job, they work for 1 week. It's not fun. Leave it. So who has spoiled the child? More or less parents. They did not work for the elevation of the consciousness of the child, but they left him. If they take him to temple, that's a different thing, chanting and all will help. Otherwise, the child remains in that state only. How many of you understand? Should I continue?
Yes, boss.
Why I'm telling this is, in my childhood, we used to look for festivals. Deepavali means one type of sweets. For us, festival means 3 things. You know what 3 things? Eat, eat, eat. Nothing. Only one. Festival means only one thing. What is that? Eat only. Pongal means one type of eating. Diwali means one type of eating. But only eating, nothing else. Means that keeps your consciousness very low. So these type of people are prone for depression because their consciousness is low. One time, Munson, actually Ron Pascal gone to Michigan, and he said, he made a nice point. Parents have a moral responsibility to elevate their consciousness from Rajagun, from Tamagun, Rajagun to Sattvagun, and practice Bhakti Yoga and transcend. They should do the same thing to the children also. If they do not invest in elevating the consciousness of the children and themselves, when the child is grown up, first of all, the consciousness is still Raja and Tamu, mode of passion and ignorance. They give you so much trouble. You have to invest much more time to solve those problems. On the top of it, their consciousness is still low. Sometimes a little better than this is next level. For somebody, the consciousness evolves further, and it's called pranamaya. What's that?
Pranamaya.
Pranamaya Chaitanya. So it's a pranamaya kosha. So these people are little better than before, the previous case. For them, life means 2 things: food and security. Life means what? Food and
Security.
they're better. Means for me to live comfortably, I need, apart from food, I need one more thing. What is that?
Security.
Security, job. So when the job is there, family is there. Family is there, children are there. And for them, life is all about job and security and food. That's it. There is this Ukraine war is going on. I don't care. I have my job and I have my. You know that the Gaza war between Israel and the war is going on. I don't care. I have my job and I have security. And I have nothing. You see, morning 5 o'clock. Do you know you want to go to New York Monday to Friday comfortably? You know what is the time you should start driving in the morning? 5:30, maximum 5:30. If you are little late, maybe 5:45 sometimes. Okay. After 6 o'clock, you'll sit in traffic jam. Why? So many vehicles. I want food, I want security. I want food, I want security. I want food, I want security. That's it. And then for them, it's just food and security. But one problem with this, what is that? When the job is lost, because their life is all about food and security, the job is lost, they become depressed. America depression is common. You know? So then your consciousness a little bit further evolves. Manomaya consciousness. What is that?
Manomaya consciousness.
You want job? This is a little better. For them, food life means food security and desires. For them, life means higher and better enjoyment. You want job? What do you want? Doctor job only. You want job? I want engineer job only. You want home? I want a 5-bedroom home only. You know, they are driven. They are better than the previous two. But they live for others. In the sense, they live to prove others they're happy. For them, if Krishna comes and says, hey, you want to be happy or you want to show others you're happy? My Lord, I want to show others I'm happy. By showing a Tesla. I want to show all these things and convince others I'm happy even though I'm miserable. So it's always for them three things. Compare, criticize, complain. In first few minutes only, where do you work? What's your qualification? How much you make? You don't see that in America, but with Indians, of course. You know, so always compare. Somebody invites you to a birthday party. Did they come to our child's birthday party? Mata says they came. Did they give gift? They gave. Okay. How much does it cost? $50. There are two types in this. One type, they gave a $50 gift. We should give at least $51 gift. We want to prove we are better than them. But there are other people, you know, they gave a gift, we should also give. If they gave a $50 gift, I'll give $1 gift. But gift barabar ho gaya. So always compare. When the relatives come, they behave very nicely. Once they go, they close the door, fight. So it's always a compare. When happiness comes, they'll expand like a balloon. Not knowing that when distress comes, you'll become like a deflated tire. They do not know happiness and distress, they come and go. Because of their hard work, they have a position in the society, they have a comfort, but still they are not happy. Fully. Prabhupada writes, these first three categories, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, they are called conditioned soul. What are they called?
Conditioned.
They have the video showed they should continue in the cycle of birth and death only. Punarapi Jananam. So, I have a video here. Please watch this video. Matra Sparshasta Khanteya Sitoshna Sukudakada Agama Apayano Anityatam Pratiksha Samharata. This verse Krishna is telling, between that 18 verses, you are not about your spirit soul. Why Krishna is telling tolerate? Suddenly Krishna changes. Why? Even if you think you are a spirit soul, if your son is not listening to you, Bhagavad doesn't work. You have to tolerate. There is no job, tolerate. There is a health issue, tolerate. What is Krishna telling? Krishna is giving philosophy. But in between, Krishna is telling, hey, even though you have not realized yet you're a spirit soul. So things will happen. Happiness comes, distress comes. Happiness comes, distress comes. They come and go like changing of the seasons. Tolerate. Because you're still not realized as a spirit soul. You're still in the bodily consciousness. Until you're fully realized, what is the mantra? Tolerate. What is the mantra?
Tolerate.
Tam titikshasa bharata. Happiness will come. With gratitude, enjoy. Nasa Swami is telling Prahlad, Bogi na punyam kushale na papam kale varam kalam na hitva. Happiness comes. So knowing very well, I showed a video, but happiness is not eternal. So should I not enjoy? No. With gratitude. My Lord, I don't deserve this. Thank you very much. Distress comes. One day you get a phone call, you got to see your job. My Lord, I don't deserve this. Thank you very much, Krishna. Thank you very much for giving it. Let me shoulder the responsibility. Then you get a phone call, your dear family member passed away. Thank you very much. For them today, for me tomorrow. You're telling me the temporary nature of this world. What you have to do? Tolerate. Prabhupada Goswami says the 3 words. Utsaha, Nishchay, Dharya. Enthusiasm, confidence, or determination. The third one, patience. What's the third one?
Patience.
Actually, in my life, of the first 2 universities, they teach enthusiasm and determination. Universities don't teach patience. And nobody teaches patience. Bhagavad Gita teaches patience. Rupa Goswami teaches patience. To go forward in our life, you should have extra patience. What is the third one? Patience. How many of you understanding? Happiness comes accepted, distress comes accepted. Many people say, you got green card, Krishna's mercy. Okay. COVID is, you got COVID, that is also Krishna's mercy. Not just getting green card is Krishna's mercy. Getting COVID is also Krishna's mercy. Then you make more progress. So what are the three examples I showed? I mean the three questions I showed. First one, Annamaya. Second one, third one. These three are conditioned souls. They have to be in the cycle of birth and death. But then what happens? One day our fortune opens. One day one person comes and gives us a book. One person invites us to the temple, Hare Krishna temple. Then for some reason, though we are not liking it, their philosophy and all, but there is some truth in it, let me go there. Wow, really amazing, amazing, amazing. But initially we like only prasad. That's okay to begin with. If you take out of 24 into 7 is how much? 168 hours. Take only 1 hour. Out of 168 hours, take only 1 hour to listen. What is 1 hour out of 168 hours? Less than 1%. You invest on listening. Go to the temple Sunday feast. Go to the temple Bhakti Riksha program. Only 1 hour just to listen. Invest less than 1% of the week in listening about yourself, the truth. The truth about yourself. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And when they tell, even if you understand or not, sit, listen, soak your consciousness with that words, with those words. So a person comes to this Vijnanamaya consciousness. We know theoretically we are not the body. We know our soul is blissful. The goal of the universe is purification of the existence, purification of the consciousness. Start practicing Bhakti Yoga and understand Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Brahman is Krishna's bodily effulgence. Paramatma is his localized feature. The Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhakti is for Bhagavan. Who is the Bhagavan? Srimad Bhagavatam says Bhagavan Ishvaro Hari. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Sratavya, listen about him. Kirtitavya, glorify him. Smartavya, remember him, meditate on him. Then you will not have this fear. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have come to this platform, means ever since we fell down from spiritual world to here, first time we are making an endeavor to go back. Very soon you will go back. Harimol, how many of you are happy? But we need to be sincere though. How much sincere? Only 1% of the week come and listen. And invest in, some of you are initiated, 8 hours work, 8 hours family, 6 hours sleep, 2 hours japa. Or you want to increase more, fine. But all these spiritual activities are helping you elevate your consciousness. And ever since billions of lifetimes later, first time we are making an endeavor to go back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada is very magnanimous. Narsingadev came to protect Prahlad. Vamandev came to take everything from Bali Maharaj and give it to Devatas. But Lord Chaitanya came only for one purpose, to take everyone back to Godhead. Haribol. So Lord Chaitanya's magnanimity is coming actually for Purnima. So if you understand the magnanimity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even if you contribute minimally, even if you invest minimally, you will get the benefit. What to speak, you become serious. Someone is coming, we'll all go for book distribution. We will all. Because tomorrow will never come. New Year, the people of this, the which test students, they have no idea they have only 1 month left. So, tomorrow will never come. You practice bhakti today. Yesterday was history. You cannot undo it. Tomorrow is mystery. You don't know what is going to happen. Today is present. That's why it's called gift of God. Utilize your present in such a way, you'll create a wonderful history to reminisce and a promising future to look at. So, you're in this stage, you're not a conditioned soul at all. You're consciously making an endeavor to break this chain of cycle of birth and death. Then, I have a video here. Ready? Goodness.
Unsuspecting fish who knew nothing but life in the river went about its routine like any other day, but in an instant was ripped out of its reality to meet with death. Like that fish, we routinely live our lives hardly aware that at the least expected moment, the yellow-eyed hawk of fate in the form of crisis, tragedy, or even death may wrench us out of our comfortable environment. If the fish swam deeper, hawk would not be able to reach it. Similarly, if we go deep into our connection to God, we will find an inner reality so deep and so satisfying that lifts the consciousness to a place where we could deal with the effects of unforeseeable fate with a stable, detached mind. Yam labdhva cha param bhavam, manyate nadikam tata, yasmin sthito na dukkhena, gurunavi vichalyate.
Established thus, one never departs from the truth. Upon gaining this, one thinks there is no greater gain. Being situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. Yellabdva chapare labam manyate nadikam tatha. Yasmin sthito dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. What is the goal of life? Let me purify my existence. Let me realize myself. I'm going to know the word labham. Gain. One day, one reporter asked Peter Barosh, how is it that you made your company number one tennis company? What is the goal of your life? Peter said, service. He told me later, because reporters cannot understand anything. No, I cannot tell him goal of my life is self-realization. So he told them, I serve my customers diligently. Ladies and gentlemen, you serve your families. You serve your customers. More than anything, you serve yourself. Get up in the morning, sit in one corner, you serve yourself. How? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
How do we serve others? Gratitude. You call your parents and say, thank you very much, mom and dad, very grateful. Because of you only I am here what I am. You worked so hard. The parents will cry on the phone. No? Or your children call you, you will cry on the phone. So our presence in this world is temporary. Let me express my gratitude to everyone I meet. Before gratitude is appreciation. If you're all here and your spouses are here, just tell thank you to your spouse. I'm grateful. They will smile. How would I agree? If your husband comes and tells you, or your wife comes and tells you, you become happy, great, you become grateful. I'm really very grateful to you. Thank you very much. Honestly speaking, this part of time I start the session and tell everyone, go thank you, thanks. We have elderly people, that's why I don't dare to do that. But if you do that genuinely, go and tell thank you. You know? So without forgiveness and forgetfulness, there is no relationship existing in this world. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains in every relationship there is insufficiency, inadequacy, miscommunication, and misunderstanding. Still, you continue that relationship, it is called affection. Actually, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes the word love. The love has a different meaning and change it to affection. Well telling. Love means service. So, when the goal of life is yalladhva chapare labam manyate nadikam tatha, I want to realize myself. If I serve this Prabhu, I make progress. But they're criticizing me, no problem. You know, maybe I did something wrong, that's fine. But you don't pull the strings. No criticism, no quarrel, expression of gratitude. See what happens. The last one is Anandamaya. Anandamaya Kosha. To attain Anandamaya Kosha in happiness state, you know, when soul attains the state of Anandamaya Kosha, you know, so what is the nature of the soul? Anandamaya Abhyasam. To attain that state, Rupa Goswami gives, you know, 6 points. I'm done. Can I take another 5-10 minutes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Anukulyasya sankalpa. Whatever is favorable for bhakti, do it. Whatever is favorable for bhakti, do it. Once in a week, go to Mangalarti. Or at home. Or chant your rounds. Whatever is favorable for bhakti, do it. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Whatever is not favorable for bhakti, reject it. Rakshati isyati iti vishwaso. Krishna is the protector. Who's the protector?
Krishna.
Krishna is the protector. If you don't think it's wasted time, I'll tell you, I just came from Michigan today, I just landed an hour ago. This Prabhu, one of the congregation members, very nice devotee, manager in Chrysler, he had a heart attack. He's actually, you know, complained chest pain. They rushed him. Immediately they did all the CAT scan. Everything is normal. So I'm getting chest pain, like anything. In our community itself, we have so many doctors. You know. So it's real story actually. Doctor said, you know, the local Providence hospital. So one day later, again he complained. It's still there. Then they found him one day later. So everyone is complaining, you know, we are actually, you know, I didn't tell you this. He went to India. He had actually, you know, what is that? You know, he had a heart attack there in India. That's why he stayed 2 months and he came. The next day he came, he had again the problem started. So what is that? Everyone called. Prabhuji, please pray for him. You know, he was in ICU. Doctors are unable to find the problem. Well, you know, they don't know what the reason is. Please, everyone start praying. They called this spiritual master, start praying. Then the next day they did again and they said, Prabhu, your one of the veins inside our heart, you know, it ruptured. But very interesting, yesterday CAT scan we couldn't find out. This one day, you know, what happened? That wall, you know, it was covered and it is putting a lot of pressure on kidney. And we will do, what is it? They put a stent in the kidney. But they said that that because one day we didn't find yesterday that all healed automatically. So we don't need to do the heart operation. And they put a stent in the kidney. And actually, one of the vascular surgeons of Michigan, he said, "Oh, Krishna only healed you. Putting a stent in the kidney is easy, but putting, anything related to heart is so difficult." Yesterday, very interesting, they didn't find. That's what they told me yesterday. So Krishna is the protector, and very important, Krishna is the maintainer. One day, one reporter came and asked Srila Prabhupada, "How many centers you have?" 70, 80. "How many people come?" Prabhupada told. "Every center we feed 200 people." Then 70, 80 means what? 16,000 people. How do you get the money? Prabhupada said, we do good book distribution, little money comes, and Krishna arranges. The famous statement, Prabhupada. Elephant in Africa eats 40 kgs every day. Elephant is not a devotee. Still Krishna maintains elephant. But we are doing Krishna's work, going door to door campaigning for Krishna. When Krishna is maintaining elephant, why Krishna doesn't maintain us? That's why we not only eat in 80 centers, 200 people, Sunday feast, 16,000 people in a week we feed. We need to have this faith. Rather than having faith on credit cards and 401k, faith on Krishna also. How many agree? But a personality, Prabhupada came to America with 40 rupees. In 12 years, he created 108 centers and left. You have an interview in New Jersey. When you go to New Jersey with 40 rupees, that's $40. Yes, if you have 2 credit cards in your pocket. But Prabhupada, 70-year-old man, changed the continent, other side of the world, he came with 40 rupees. In fact, nobody converted the 40 rupees into dollars. Amazing. Actually, Srila Prabhupada came to Detroit in 1968, 3 years later. Prabhupada, Krishna could have arranged when Prabhupada landed in Boston, nobody was there waiting at the car lines. He struggled. Why? Why is ISKCON united today? Only one reason. One gentleman struggled, 2 heart attacks, seasickness, no money. In that wilderness, he struggled in Bowery. With great difficulty established. That is the only one factor that keeps ISKCON very united. But Prabhupada came to Detroit in 1968. You know who was there in the airport? Henry Ford great-grandson. That year Ford company released Lincoln Continental car. So Henry Ford grandson is waiting in Detroit airport with the Lincoln Continental to receive Srila Prabhupada. If somebody waited in Boston airport with Lincoln Continental, then trust me, ISKCON would not have been this much united actually. So Krishna does whatever Krishna does. Wow, amazing. That's what Krishna does. So Krishna, finally Prabhupada told that reporter, no, how are you getting money? Prabhupada understood. This guy is really a troublemaker. Prabhupada said, God knows we are doing his work. That's why when people come to us, God makes them take their wallets, give all the money to us. And you are here, you are one among us. So the reporter thought Prabhupada is hypnotizing him to take the wallet out and give all the money. So he got up and said, thank you very much. So Krishna is the maintainer. We should have a faith. The last one. With this understanding, we should work for Krishna, body, mind, and words. Atma Niksheta. And very important, Kartanya. Very one quality we need to cultivate. Because it was an emblem of humility. Prabhu also. Very advanced devotee. Serving the moment, decades after decade. So we need to cultivate this one quality. To the extent you have false pride, that much extent we don't have humility. To the extent we have humility, that much extent we don't have false pride. They are inversely proportional. Humility is there, no false pride. False pride is there, no humility. Kulshikranwar, Tvan Britya Britya Paricharika Britya Britya Brityasya Britya Itimas Narlokanatha. Krishna comes and asks, Kulshikar, what do you want? He could have asked anything, my lord, make me servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of servant. 7 times he says, God, talk to God. So we need to cultivate these qualities. That is truly the goal of our life. Time is running out. Today is in our hands. Right now, this moment is in our hands. Not tomorrow. Srila Lord Chaitanya, Enichi Aushadhi Maya Nasivarolagi Harinam Mahamantra Lavotvi Magi. Lord Chaitanya is telling, Lord Chaitanya cried in the daytime, seeing the conditioned souls, going through the cycle of birth and death, being allured by Maya. Lord Chaitanya cried. But in the night time, he cried with Ramananda Roy and Saradhar Goswami, experiencing the Radha Bhav. Prem rasa niryasa korite aswadan, raga marga bhakti loke korite pracharan. So he came to experience the Radha Bhav. What he did as Yugavatara, he spread not bhakti, not Vaidhi bhakti, Raga bhakti. Intense attachment for Krishna. Tivrena bhakti yogena yujata purusha param. What is the way to become free from the power of Maya? Lord Chaitanya's formula is Tivrena bhakti yogena. Tivrena bhakti yogena, what is Raga bhakti? You don't think twice whether to go to Mangalarti or not. Spend your dart. And there is nobody to do the servo, Prasadam servo. I will do it. There is nobody to do the pot washing. I will do it. Why? I have to utilize my life. Tomorrow will never come. Only today. When I see children born in the moment, I regret. I took very long time to come to Krishna consciousness. Really, I wasted all these years. Spending time on cricket, spending time on gossip, spending time on this. It's useless. Spending time on movies. So, let us become serious today. Tomorrow will never come. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the middle of the night, he woke up walking in the dead of the night towards Ganga, to jump into the Ganga, swim across the Ganga and go to Katwa and take sannyas for himself, for all of us. Nityananda Prabhu, somebody was breaking his head to bleed. He was tolerating himself? No. To spread the message of Harinam, spread the message of Lord Chaitanya's magnanimity for centuries to come. That Balramji had no problem when somebody is breaking his head. Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur chanted 1 billion names sitting in that hut for 9-10 years in Mayapur. For himself he prayed. For all of us. Srila Prabhupada struggled for himself, no, for all of us. Let us become serious today. That's the goal of life. Please excuse me if I've spoken anything wrong as your humble servant. Very grateful for your patient audience. Thank you very much. Any question about it? Anyone wants to add anything? Reflections? You want to say something?
One has any question?
Just would like you to clarify for us. We're all engaged in working, making money, supporting our families. So we have karma yoga and we have bhakti yoga. Can you explain the differences?
Thank you. So, Karma Yoga, 3rd chapter, Jnana Yoga, 4th chapter, 6th chapter, Ashtanga Yoga, Rest all the chapters, including 12, is Bhakti Yoga. So, Karma Yogi, yoga means to connect. Yoga comes from the root word yuj, to connect. So, Karma Yogi, God means, according to Bhagavatam, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavad Shabdate. So, some Karma Yogi thinks God is light, Brahman. Some Karma Yogi think God is Paramatma. Some Karma Yogis think God is Bhagavan. So there is no clarity what Karma Yogi has, who God is. First point. Sometimes people come to a temple to do the pot washing. But they might have already gone to other temples also to do the pot washing. There is another temple. So there is no clarity for Karma Yogi as to who God is. That's the first point. Second thing is a Karma Yogi is giving the fruits to God, but he wants to do a particular activity. Means, I'll give an example. Prabhu, there is nobody to cook today. Can you come and cook? I can cook. Oh, then can you come and help in cutting the vegetables? I can do. Oh, can you come and okay, I already prasad breakfast is made. Can you offer an altar? I cannot do it. Oh, can you come and do aarti after breakfast offering? I cannot do it. Somebody already made the breakfast offering. Somebody did the aarti. Oh, can you come and take prasad? Actually, I don't want to do it, but just to please you, I'll come and do this. So, Karma Yogi, though he is giving fruits, he wants to give the fruits to God, genuinely. That's what's called Nishkam Karma Yogi. He is attached to a particular activity, attached to doing a particular activity. But in the case of Bhakti Yogi, for him, there is no this or this. Krishna loves this. He will do it whether he likes it or not. Arjun doesn't want to fight. But Krishna and Arjun knew Krishna wanted this war to happen. Though he gave these 5 reasons for not fighting. Because it's Krishna wanted it, he did the war. So the visible difference between Karma Yogi, apart from his lake of knowledge and God, the visible difference is that Karma Yogi is attached to a particular activity. He wants to serve God in the particular activity. In Bhakti Yogi, he doesn't even have a chance. My Guru wants it, I'll do it. My Krishna wants me to do it, I'll do it. That is the second difference. Does it answer the question? I want to add one more. Karma Yoga also there are 2. Sakama Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Means Sakama Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Sakama Karma Yoga means you do that, but you want the result to take yours. Usually that type of people worship the animals. They don't worship Krishna. But true Karma Yoga means Nishkama Karma Yoga. They come to the platform of Nishkama, but they are not clear about the concept. Most of the time, people deviate towards God is everywhere, impersonal. But the next level is actually Jnana Yoga. That's where their faith is confirmed. God is everywhere. Then, when they come to the next level, Ashtanga, then they understand God is Paramatma. Not everywhere, but He's also Paramatma. But so many people in that also they think God is actually impersonal. Paramatma is impersonal, some people think. But when they come to Bhakti Yoga, they got to read those books. Then they understand God is impersonal. And I need to serve Him and do what He tells me to do. And not in the book.
Yes, I'm sorry. Selfless work comes in the Bhakti Yoga. Selfless work comes in the Bhakti Yoga.
Yes.
That's what, yeah.
Selfless, ecstatic love for God is called selfless service. You don't see Hanuman asking Ram anything. And you don't see Hanuman sitting in one corner and doing meditation. Ram keeps on giving him targets. You go and find Sita. After 6 months, I found Sita. Now embracing for 30 seconds. Now you go and build a bridge. Now you go and fight the war. Prabhupada mentions it. Bhakti Yoga means not sitting in one corner doing meditation. Bhakti Yoga means actively working for the mission of God without expectation.
Without expectation. So karma kar, but never expect the fruit. That's what it. Thank you.
Any other question? Any comment? Any reflection? Then, sir. If nothing is there, let's go ahead and. Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful session. I wanted to ask about the Anukulasya Sankalpa Pratikulasya Varjanam. So, from the Pratikulasya Varjanam perspective, if you can highlight a little more.
Whatever is not good for Bhakti should do it. Don't criticize devotees. Two enemies are spiritual life: lethargy and complacency. Lethargy. I'll give an example. Myself. I increased my rounds. One day I finished my program preaching and came out to the temple. I still have some extra rounds left. Mind is telling you're tired. These are only extra rounds only. You already finished a good extra rounds already. These are the last few extra left. It's okay. You're sleeping now. Then I entered. I saw 4 Brahminian devotees getting ready to go home. They saw me, oh, we talked for another half an hour. 35 minutes. And they left. When I saw the time, it's 10 to 11. Rascal number 1, we have this is not a serious talk. There's no Bhagavatam discussion there. There are devotees, no prajalpa. I'll give you one more example. One time, same my mindset, you are tired. No, don't worry about extra rounds. Alright, I'll sleep. I lay down. I felt little hungry, not much. So I took another half an hour to get some prasad and milk. Hey, you have a half an hour time to prasad. I'm just giving an example myself. But you don't have time to do extra rounds. That's the trick of Maya. Sometimes people say we don't have time. Show me your screen time. Screen time. People, when they say I don't have time, I only want to show me your screen time. Minimum 6 hours. Starting from 2.5 hours to 6 hours, you can do comfortably 16 hours also. So there's a trick of Maya. When you sit on the phone with somebody on the other side of the world, oh, you have all the time in the world. But when you start chanting, next 45 minutes. Everyone counts the time when it comes to chanting. So, but when you talk, or when you sit to chant, you chant on the I forgot to send the email. I forgot to schedule my appointment. I forgot to schedule the interview in office. You tell them, rascal number 1, after 3 hours we are talking. Why you didn't tell this? Mind says, there I am enjoying. That's why the Mahaprabhu's bhakti is Radhamya, we are still Vaidi. We are conditioned. That's why to the extent we are diligently warding off the demands of the mind, put bhakti in the center, we'll be able to go forward. Bhakti is all about, spirituality is all about dealing with mind. Manayeva Manushyana, Amrita Upanishad. Manaya Manushyanam Karna Bandha Moksha. Mind is the cause of liberation, mind is the cause of bondage. Mind close to sense objects, bondage. Mind close to Krishna, liberation. So everyone has to, he or she, everyone has to find out those things that we have weaknesses, about. Should diligently avoid them, and to keep again, our process is not anardhan everything, the pravritti. Focus on those things that will give you spiritual dividends. Invest your time where you get the spiritual returns. Very important. Sangha, humility, gratitude, not criticizing devotees, doing a very selfless service. These things will put us on the, this will accelerate our progress. But if we don't do, if we do the same things, opposite to what I said, that slow down our progress.
So, in regard to the family relations, actually, how we can see that, like, many times we get involved in the relationships. It is actually, I felt sometimes that it is practical for my bhakti or my involvement in Krishna, because many times I get too much attached there.
You're opening another chapter. We need to go for another class. Your answer is wrong. That's wrong. No, family is not particular. For Grihasthas, your home becomes a fort when you keep Krishna in the center. No? If you can spiritualize the relationships, that relationship will help you make progress in Krishna consciousness. So rather than seeing that as an obstacle, then you will see that as a support. For that, both should be on the same platform. You have to invest on relationships. One time Devan Maharaj came and lived in Chopra for a good number of years. He said, he saw Brahmacharis talking. He did not, very interestingly, he actually appreciated. Oh, you guys are investing on relationships. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you want to know me? Yata jnasya tasrunu, you listen about me. Listen my qualities. So, when you sit and talk, you're investing in the relationship. You're building the relationship. With Krishna in the center. You don't need to talk about Super Bowl. So, when Krishna is in the center, that is spiritual is the relationship. Other person, he makes progress, we make progress. But that Satar Lokam Starayati. When devotees come together talk about Krishna, they're purifying themselves and they're purifying the worlds. So when you do this, when Krishna is in the center, then a family, that home becomes a fort. It is not particular, it is anukul action.
It's my attachment that was giving that kind of. Thank you so much.
Honestly speaking, when outsiders invest in family, how much should we do for family? Because to prove that this is Krishna's given family. Your family only, not anybody's family. But given by Krishna. Then bring Krishna in the center. Your 9 to 5 job, Prabhuji asked a question. Actually, Bhakti Yoga is very technical. Your 9 to 5 job becomes Bhakti. Prabhuji, you are working in office. So many karmis are working in office. What is the difference? Consciousness. You are going to work to pay mortgage to Krishna's home. You are going to work to take care of Krishna given children. So by the concept of having deities like this and offering food, your 9 to 5 job becomes work. Because you are going home to You're going to work to pay mortgage to Krishna. You're going to work to buy foodstuffs to offer to Krishna. That is how 95 becomes bhakti. You come home. If you deal with your family, this is my child, my. It will cause bondage. Your child only, given by Krishna. So you take care of them. Like you cover their homework, Mataji cooks meanwhile, you both come together and do 10 minutes arti and read one sloka. Only one sloka, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. And take prasad together with Krishna in the center. And playing a kirtan in the background. And you deal with the family members with respect and gratitude and affection. You're 60-10, it becomes bhakti. But then you say, I have to give rest to the body so that I repeat the same thing tomorrow for Krishna's pleasure. You are 10 to whatever, 5 or 4 or 6, whatever your sleep also becomes bhakti. For that to happen, after taking bath, after purifying your body in the bathroom, come out and purify your heart. By doing another meditation. 2 hours. Then other things will follow this. Understand? But of course, if for somebody morning is not the time, do it in the evening. I think it's getting late, but huh? Okay, we'll end it here. Thank you very much.
We have few copies of his books. If anybody is interested, please get a copy of it, of digital science. It's only the honors, and the devotee is also there to give a discount. Anyone else is? One minute.